I'm working on component 6, and I worked on one project, which was the final grand opening for Bayless Elementary, and specifically I had to work on the tour, which was really important for all stakeholders. Our students were really proud to show everyone around. It was a lot of community members. They passed a no tax increase bond issue. They showed them around the library, the office, and really around all the classrooms, the maker space, and really everywhere around the school. And it was really important because next year we're also going to ask for another no tax increase bond issue. And it was important to have that grand opening because many times I think our community members, and there were a lot of community members that came that don't have, kids that go to Bayless Elementary, or even kids, a lot of elderly community that came to that grand opening. And I think it's important that we allow them in our school. We even had, we made a point to have students that spoke various languages, so that we were welcoming. They had an opportunity to translate as needed, and they did. So I think it was important that we reached out to that community. I wrote about this also in the project, but our community used to not come to those types of events, and it was because I think they not only felt not welcomed, but they felt like, okay, if they're gonna have food there, I can't eat it or something like that. But we had hot dogs there, and they were turkey hot dogs. We're very aware of our culture and families and things like that, and our community finally knows that. And so I think that it's important that our family knows that, but also our leadership knows that, and we're aware of that. And I think that was a big kind of, it was a really great event, and our students were really proud of it. So another project that I worked on was I worked with the reading team, and we really worked on analyzing our whether or not we needed to look at a new phonics program. In the end, we actually decided to keep our own, which I think they were kind of frustrated with, and that was kind of a hard decision to tell them that we were going to keep our current program, because they felt like we looked at all these other great programs and they were so excited to get a new phonics program, and then telling them, hey, we're going to keep our own, telling them, hey, if we need to get new materials for what we have for teachers that don't have it, we'd be happy to do that. But going back and telling them that the grade level teachers really feel like that what they have works, but we need to consider possibly providing professional development for what we have, and really making sure everyone has it, has the correct resources. That was kind of hard. That was a hard conversation to have, but we really had the data to prove it, and I think that's really what backed those decisions. So I think that was kind of on administration to have those conversations, but I think there was kind of a professional discourse between the reading specialist and the grade level teachers on the grade level teachers were the ones that was teaching this phonics program, but then the reading specialists felt like they had this expertise in phonics, which they do, but then the grade level teachers were like, we teach it every day. So it took a lot of discussion, and that was a lot of my hours, because it took a long time, and we've been working on it since the fall to really come to this discussion. And then there was a whole nother layer, and for some reason central office didn't know, which I think they did, but I guess they forgot that we were talking about a new phonics program. And we're a small district, so things can sometimes get misunderstood and things like that. So I think there's a lot of reflection and things like that for me, to really think of all the layers and the people involved. An instructional coach was also somehow forgot about, having her in the discussion. So I really learned a lot from that, and I think it was okay. I think it was the right decision to not look at a phonics program right now. We didn't even decide to pilot one, and that was perfectly fine. So everyone's happy at this point, but it was interesting in the end. So that is my component 6. Thank you.